I can talk about. I was on the phone with Andrea Bowman, one of the producers of CNN, the producer for CNN, Larry King. And as I'm on the phone with her, she tells.
Because I think you'd be great with Larry, by the way.
Yeah, no. And you know, we're still happy to do a show, but this is how things started to unravel.
Well, let's explain why we picked that we were going to work with Larry.
Look, we wanted to work with true journalists that we had great respect for, that we enjoyed, and that were just journalists, not like a TMZ
show.
Edit. We wanted to do a live show, you know. So
well, you have all the power in a live show.
So we were talking with Andrea, and she says, "Hold on, are you right now interviewing through Facebook with Anderson Cooper?" I said, "No, I'm actually, you know, standing out here
interviewing through Facebook.
Through Facebook, doing a conversation with Anderson Cooper." I said, "No, I'm actually out here at the Vineyard. What's up?" He goes, "Hold on, I got to go kill this story that may be about to air." So now, when the story broke about us at the White House, about both Michaele and I, there were about 20 to 25 different fake Facebook profiles of the Salahis, to say the least. Just that. Even Donald Trump got it wrong. He had one of his...
He had a Salahi Facebook ID?
No, he had a project manager was speaking to the wrong site. He said, look, Michaele's saying she's a Playboy star, she's a Miss USA.
Was his project manager trying to reach you? Did the Donald want to do business with you?
I think the project manager interviewed a fake Facebook.
Yeah, they interviewed a fake Facebook of the Salahis.
Trying to reach you.
You know, and there was a quote made by Mr. Trump that, you know, what was it?
Have you met Trump?
No, but... You know, I think he's great, and you know, maybe
he's reached out.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
his project manager.
They were just reading some information.
So he wanted to know how long your contract was with Bravo, and.
No. My point is, you're not getting it.
Okay.
My point is that his project manager also went to had bad information, went to the wrong Salahi Facebook, and read the wrong things, and then that was reported all over the world that she was a Playboy model, she was a Miss USA, she was Victoria's Secret's
body. I'm like olive oil.
Well, I think she has a great body.
How could I be a Playboy model?
I think my wife's sexy.
What the heck? When I saw that.
What is it like behind closed doors with you two?
Oh my gosh! You know,
I mean, are you best friends?
Pre-White House or post-White House?
Well, you know, I'm just curious. I wanna hope that maybe you laugh a little about all this.
I think you have to.
I want to believe that you high-five each other and say,
no,
look what we just did.
No,
you're real serious?
Yeah. Very serious. And when we saw the vice president and president make jokes at us at the vice president, or was that the correspondence?
Yeah. The vice president made jokes about it.
And it was fun to watch that. So then we began to realize maybe we're taking it too seriously. If they can joke about us and laugh, maybe we need to.
Well, you certainly were initially.
Yeah.
I think there were a lot of people who thought, you know, well, you've got to understand, most people don't believe you.
Right.
You know, they believe you knowingly and consciously crashed the White House, and they don't believe a thing you've said since then.
Actually, I think that might be stuck here a little bit in Washington.
That's just
if you go to New York, or if you go to San Francisco or LA,
they think you were invited.
Well, most people think, well, wait, can anybody really sneak into the White House?
I think everybody's moved forward from it.
I think everyone's
moved forward. There's only a few people.
I don't think anybody can ever do it again.
Well, I think everyone's moved forward. I think the White House moved forward. I think we moved forward. I think everyone's holding hands, and we're done with it.
Well, but let's get back behind those closed doors. Are you best friends? Are you a solid unit? I mean, is this something
no question.
You're in together?
We're best friends, and when we're together, we're always stronger, and that's what makes the Salahis.
I think going through anything like this, you know, either makes you stronger or divides you. In this case, at this time, right?
How much of your private life did you let them shoot?
Them being Bravo.
I know they got in a bedroom at the inn at Little Washington with a lot of Jimmy Choo shoes. So
wow, she knows more than I.
So you got intel though, we don't.
Yeah, wow.
People come to me with things. What can I?
Yeah.
So you didn't draw the line.
It's very respectable.
Okay.
It's all very respectable.
Okay. But there's a dark side to this too. And that's another reason why I wonder about when you're privately alone together. You don't have children, do you?
No, we have a dog named Rio.
You have a dog.
Dog and horses. That's quite a bit right now.
I did talk to somebody at the U.S. Attorney's Office because I really wanted to find out for myself rather than all the the noise that's out there that surrounds you, because a lot of noise surrounds you.
Right.
What you really face, and the reality is, and I wrote it down. From what he told me, you still face possible misdemeanor and felony charges. You face misdemeanor for unlawful entry and felony for lying to a federal officer. This all is just from the White House, there's nothing else. The misdemeanor could bring a sentence of 6 months, and the felony something more. And if you were convicted, you would serve time in the DC prison system. So let's just hypothetically talk about that. The DC prison system. How would you like to spend 6 months or more in the DC prison system?
Carol, like we mentioned, we're moving forward.
I'm glad you could smile, but
you know what?
But Michaele,
because Carol, you know
you're
what?
moving forward, but it's all going to be relived on a reality TV show.
But you know what? Our lives are moving forward. The White House wants it to move forward. We want to move forward.
Well,
if they can make jokes about it.
But the U.S. Attorney's Office isn't the White House.
Right. But what I'm saying to you is, there doesn't need to be this hostility. Even within you, you're like,
I'm not hostile. I'm just curious.
I don't want to talk about that maybe shoulda, woulda, coulda. Let's take each day.
But I like the way you do me.
Yeah. You know, but let's take each day and find out what it brings. You know, there's a third person that was an alleged crasher. There was a couple the week before.
But I'm not talking to him right now.
But you know what? The thing is,
a couple of people the week before, I didn't know about them.
Oh yeah, a lot of people can't even remember that.
But the funny thing is, everybody's
what did they do?
They went to
there was no state dinner.
They went there on the wrong day, and they got in. They got to meet the president.
But had they been invited for the right day, and they went on the wrong day?
No, they went to the wrong event.
No, but it doesn't even matter. But what I'm saying is the focus is such us.
I'm not hostile. I'm sorry you perceive it that way, but I'm curious. Because,
but you're argumentative. You want to, and I'm not going to do it back with you, Carol.
Well,
I'm a happy person. I'm just not going to do it.
But the possibility of facing time in jail, it's got to be scary.
You know, Carol, we didn't do anything wrong. So, and like I told you, Vice President and President are laughing. How serious can this be if you're laughing about two citizens?
Well, as I said, I didn't talk to them. I only talked to the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Right.
We consider that part of our life. That chapter is closed. Right. Yes, it's going to be relived, but for the Salahis in real-time world, it's closed, and we're
let's just talk about Salahi world for a moment, okay? It seems to me that you've got quite a lot of people who now orbit with you. You've built an entourage. And how many of them, are they all working for you? You don't know?
You feel it's an entourage?
Are you talking about this morning, or are you talking about like the public?
No, just the emails I've been dealing with for the past month.
A lot of people who, you know.
But do you pay all are these people on your payroll?
We do have an agent. We have an agent based out of Sydney, Australia, and there's a large team with that agent.
Your agent is based in Australia.
Our agent is based out of Sydney, Australia, and
do you Skype a lot?
We communicate, you know, heavily via email, and we do go back and forth to Australia, and we were there recently in February. So when we go, we also have meetings besides other activities we do. But yes, he is a very well-known agent. He has represented several presidents in this country. He's represented Nelson Mandela. His name is Max Markson.
No, but what presidents did he?
He's represented President Bill Clinton
for
and
appearances
President
in
Bush.
Australia?
Worldwide. Worldwide. So he's top-notch, considered one of the best in the world.
Do you have a lawyer right now?
Yes.
We do. We have a team of lawyers in different areas, from entertainment.
Who's your chief lawyer right now?
Well, you know,
who's Mr. Best? Is he still with you, or is he?
I think he'll always be with us through life. He's been a big part.
But he's handling your. He's handling your not entertainment issues.
I don't want to, tell every single lawyer over the news.
We can't talk about our lawyers and exactly everything they do. Right. But we do have a significant team. We're very proud of that team, and we're thankful of that team.
Right.
And they've done a great job from start to finish. And we consider most of the things wrapped up.
Does your life feel chaotic to you?
Yes, sometimes it's gotten very busy, and
but we talked about this yesterday. Now, unlike most housewives, you are known globally now, but you'll be known in a different way once this show goes on the air. It really will be much more about you, and I just wondered if you're prepared for that kind of. How do you prepare yourselves for that kind of exposure?
I don't know. You mean personally? People will know. I guess we'll learn. We're learning as we go, Carol. We're just learning. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think it's a process that we just we don't know what it is until the show's over. Then we'll understand what we're dealing with.
Can you